Nice. Is everybody having good luck with that? Hey, Wes Griffey! Hey! Guys, this is Wes Griffey. If you haven't met him, he's a great player. He's from Lawton, Oklahoma, one of my good friends. We've known each other for how many years, Wes? Quite a few. Primarily karate and very highly ranked and pretty well ranked in Aikido. One of my best friends and have a lot of admiration and respect for him, and I just wanted to introduce him. Anybody else come in that I haven't seen? So, that's Wes Griffey. Any issues with that particular one? Pretty simple. Damon, sir. Yes.
First of all, your preference as far as the Aikido drift around that I'm feeling from a lot of guys versus locking into place. See what I'm saying? Like some of the guys, like, you know, once you get the spine lock off balance, are kind of guiding around the room as opposed to getting in and having a control. What's your preference?
The guys that we deal with are real mean. The guys that I'm training against and the guys I'm practicing against are 5%. Somebody that doesn't have practice, that's not a trained martial artist, I don't need martial arts to beat. Does that make sense? I guess what you would say, I'm training against the worst case scenario. I cannot afford to let somebody drift around. Does that make sense? Not that I don't want to, but still, are they hurt? By taking control, there's much more chance of them getting hurt if they're wandering around out there and you don't have total control over them. Does that make sense? Once they're under control, there's not an issue of them getting hurt. What are they going to do? Struggle a little bit? Lock them down a little bit more. Take their blood supply. You posted, what'd you post about Sun Tzu? When you encircle an enemy, you have to leave him a way out. Well, guess what? Are you going to quit? And he does, you don't just turn loose, you keep it there, but release slightly. That's a way out. I've told this story before to some of the people. You need to hear this. English MMA, big MMA guy, knife fighting guy come out and for real, attacked him, sliced at him, he took him down, put him in a great armbar, I mean, BAM! Guy patted, and what did he do? Turned him loose and jumped up. And then guess what? The guy filleted him. Come here, Chris. Let's just get right here. Law enforcement officer was training, and how they train? They train real good, take the knife away, and then what's the first thing they do? Bad guy attacked him. He whipped that knife out and he went. Guess what? You gotta. I guess my considerations go beyond the mat, is what I'm saying. My consideration is going home at night. My consideration, and the only way I can do that is control. Not injury, but control. I don't have, maybe 90% of the people I can deal with off balance. But there's that 5% that's going to be the dog fight. That's the people I'm worried about. Does that make sense? I'm saying this is just one man's opinion. I'm not saying the other way is wrong. I'm saying that that's the way I'm going to do it. Guess what? I don't get in fights. Unless it's a dog fight, and then guess what? The can is either open or it's closed. There's no in between. Or it's not play fighting. It's a real deal. When somebody comes after me, I believe my life's in danger, and I'm going to respond so accordingly. Okay? And I know I train all the time, but I don't ever train. I'm very light. Let me say, I'm very light, but I'm very realistic in my training. Does that make sense? Okay. Any other questions? Damon? You like it?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you smiling about?
Smiling about Damon. He's pretty.
He's very pretty. Is he staying over at the motel across the... Or does he just go there to party?
I've heard he goes there to party.
Okay. Can I use you, sir? The next one, number 4, release. Let me back up a little bit. We was talking about this a while ago. You've got only 2 ways the person can grab you, either palm up or palm down. Pretty simple, right? If you're palm up, baseball, if the ball's coming above your waist, what do? Palm out. If it's below your waist, what do? Pretty simple. They do that for a reason. Because if you go here, that damn thing will hit you in the face. And you don't want to do that. These are set up for physiological advantage of the best physiological position and what to do in that particular position. They're not just a random thing set up. They're that way for a reason, just like the ball mitt. Catch it up here if it's up here. You catch it down here if it's down here. So we're in the down mode again. So number 4 is right here, isn't it? I'm doing the same thing. I'm just stepping through and going to here. Now you notice my hips aren't engaged until he starts. Now once he starts, if he needs to function, guess what? We'll go to here. Okay? The reason I didn't get engaged because he went past me, but that's okay. But you'll notice, let's get online. You'll notice I'm not standing there in the guy's way. I'm not taking this guy and wrapping him up. Everything I'm getting out of the way and letting them go past me. Does that make sense? The one before that. Oh, we're going to catch the ball up this time. Notice, see I'm off the line here? Everybody see this? This is the critical thing. Number 2. This is the critical thing. I'm off that line. Number 1, I'm sorry. I'm off that line. And the sushi. The sushi is critical. Does that make sense? So it's yes, I can, if I so choose, get out here and I can. And I'm not saying that's not an option. I'm saying that's a very reasonable option in certain instances. What I don't see is people taking control of people, though, once they've got the tactical advantage, and that's what I'm wanting. I'm not saying that you have to. I'm saying, there's 2 halves of the yin and the yang. If you're only practicing one of them, guess what? You're going to be off balanced. Let's get some of the other in there. Let's get a little control in there. Okay? You want to try that one? Oh, I like this shirt. You didn't get me here to sing, did you? Okay. Curl. There you go. Good. Keep going. Take another step. Beautiful. Nice. Now, put some pressure on here. Now, another thing. Put your head against my head. Put your head. Now, which is more powerful, your arm or your neck?
Probably my neck.
Probably your neck. So if I get in here, I'm not saying this isn't a valid thing, but why not put your back into it? My whole back is kicking in here. Does that make sense? we were talking, you know, if you need 3-man unit to go in and take care of something, don't send one. Take the whole bag. Hell, if you only need one, still send 3. Because you don't ever know what might happen. There are no routine stops. There are no routine fights. I've seen so many guys, and I've done lots of investigations, get the shit beat out of them, and I'm going, there's going to be a gunfight here, and I'll leave, going to the clubs and stuff. Guess what? Reading the paper the next day, somebody got the shit kicked out, and they went out the truck, get their gun or their knife, and shoot 3 or 4, stab 3 or 4 people, murder them. Okay? And that's what I'm saying. If you happen to have an altercation with somebody, guys, the minute I touch somebody, they don't get turned loose till after they're at the jail with somebody else having cuffs on them. How many officers you know have guys run off with cuffs on them? I know 3 officers that I worked with that they had the bad guy cuffed, and they're out there wandering around with their thumb up their ass, which I told them not to. Guess what? Bubba just goes, I don't have to stay here. Runs off. Dumbasses. Ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Guess what? If this guy's trained, he's got his hands cuffed in front of him, and I'm Bubba Joe, and my gun's right there, guess what he's going to do? He's going to take that weapon out, and he's going to drive about 13 rounds, if it's a 9mm, right up my spine. That's not control. And I guess it goes that way in cuffing, too, if I have a come-along technique. This stays here until help arrives and takes custody of the guy, or I've got him down at the jail. I do not turn loose of this guy. Because he says, I'm sorry, Mr. Bode. I'm go, That don't happen, does it? Okay? So, try that one. See if you like that one. I feel good. Na, 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 na. I knew that I would. Oh, na, 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 na. I feel nice. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not here for the singing. Excuse me.